Right, and welcome back. Now, apologies for the length of time it has taken me to upload this video. I did say I was going to do one on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and today is Sunday and not one of them has actually hit YouTube yet. Reason being, when I did the recordings, my voice didn't record yet again. Now, in order to keep to my promise, you will hear my daughter in the background running around, and then the odd time you'll hear my missus. Now, I wouldn't normally do recordings with these kicking about, but like I said, I want to try and keep to my promise and get these recordings done. So, you're going to have 3 recordings today. One of them's going to be the battlements here. I'm going to show you how to make these, and the spires, and in a future tutorial these are going to turn into flying buttresses. And the other tutorial is going to be these spiral staircases. And I believe this is going to be the first one, which is what we're going to be doing now. So I am going to flip straight over to a super flat and show you how to build these. Right, I'm on the super flat now, and this is the spiral staircase right here. Now I am going to try and go through this as quickly as I possibly can for a couple of reasons. One being I don't want to bore you guys, and the second, my time is limited to doing these tutorials. Right, for these you're going to need 4 main blocks, 2 normal blocks, a set of stairs, and a half slab. Right, so you're going to come to the block you're going to choose for doing the outline, and you find the absolute centre of the space that you have where you actually want to build your steps. Oh, it's a bit too close there. And place a block in, and then you just want to build straight up, doesn't matter how high at the moment, and then we just want to create a little ditch around this, and then just fill this in with your outline block like that. Okay, so I'm going to come from the middle of this outline block, and you want to come 5 out, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to do this on each side. 5 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then 5 there like that, and then just fill them in with your outline block again. Okay, so sticking to the tip of these that you've come out with, and you want to just come to the side one, and then from here you want to come into a diagonal and place a block, and then alongside of it, and then you want to come off this at a diagonal again and place a block, and then we'll come over to this side and we'll do what we did there here, so one to the side and then come off diagonal, so you have something that looks like that there, and we're going to do this on each side. So one to the side and then off to the side on a diagonal, one alongside of it, and then a diagonal again, working in this direction, one off there, and then diagonal up, and then one to the side, and we do this on each one. Like so. So you should have something that's starting to look like this here. Okay, so if we come into the centre and we come to this block here, and we come off this diagonal and come out 2, and then we can fill them in with the outline block, and the same here, and here, and finally here. Right, so that's your outlining done. Now we can remove all these blocks here. Now if you get this absolutely right on the floor, building the spiral staircase is going to be easy. Mess up on the floor and it's going to be hard to actually get your spiral staircase to stay symmetrical all the way up, and you won't be able to reach the top without jumping. Okay, so you want to take your second block that you have and just colour the centre in. Apologise for if this is being rushed, but like I say, time is really short for me at the moment and I've got a lot to do. Right, so you've got the basis of your spiral staircase there. Now the pattern on the floor will come apparent to you as we start building up. Okay, so I'm going to start on the left hand side, and I'm going to take a step, and what I'm going to do is face the back of it to this little column here, and then I'm going to drag it out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put your normal block on the side of it like that, and then all we're going to do is copy this outline pattern to that point there, and then we're going to follow it into the center like that, and then what we're going to do is just fill this middle bit in just like that, and that's your first segment done. So each of these where you've got the blue is a segment, and these segments represent a different step within the spiral staircase. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the second one. So what we're going to do is place a block on top of that, and then come off it at diagonal, and then again like that. So we're following the floor pattern, and then we're going to drag this right in to the center like that, and then on top of them. So you have something that looks like that, and now this is where your half slab comes into play, because you want to place your half slab on the top part of these blocks, fill that segment in, and then in front of these blocks here you want to place a half slab on the bottom of them. So you have that, so when you're actually walking up now, you can continuously walk without having to jump. Right, moving on to the next one. So a block on top of there, bring it out, and then come off at a diagonal, and then a diagonal one more time, and then we're going to drag this into the center column like so. You should have something that looks like this, and then we're going to bring your step, place your step there on the side, and then drag them out to the end, and then fill this bit in with your half slabs again. Pretty straightforward, but like I say, you need to get that floor pattern just right, so as you go up you can actually just follow the way this is, and you should never go wrong. Okay, so moving on, come out diagonal again with 2, and then out one more, and then one there, and then we're going to drag a row out there, and then we're just going to finish this bit off here, place some blocks there, and then jumping back to your half slabs, fill this segment in, and then in front of them blocks like that. Back to your outlining block, up one, out one, and then we want to come at a diagonal in on itself, and then one side of it, and then one more diagonal like that. Then we're going to come away from there. Sorry for doing it in reverse. I do try to keep to the same pattern as I start, but sometimes I veer off. But right, fill this bit in. Whoops. There we go. Looking nice. Right, on to the next segment. Up, and I'm going to come out 2, and then out one more on a diagonal, and then one there, and then we want, oh bloody hell, we're fast, and move it out to that one there, and then just raise these up again, fill your segment in on top, and then half slabs in front of each of them blocks like that. And back to your outlining block, up one, out one, and then we're coming in on a diagonal like this, and then diagonal one more time. We'll come away from the column in the middle, out to this block here, all on a diagonal. Step, move the back face into the column, drag out to that block there, and then just fill in your half slabs here. Back to your outlining block, come, I've lost track here, oh right, up one and then out at an angle, coming out diagonal and then diagonal again, and then one there, yeah, and then fill that in and drag this out there. Can't believe I lost my train of thought there. Okay, so half slabs in front of these again, and then just fill this little segment in here. Out back to your outlining block, up one, out one. Come off at the diagonal, and then one alongside of it, and then a diagonal one more time. Then we'll come away from the center column again, out all in a diagonal, and then flick straight back to your steps. That one with its back up against the column, and then drag the rest out to that block there. Fill in again, like that, and your spiral staircase should start taking shape like this. That's basically it, guys. It's pretty straightforward. Now, I can't take credit for this design. It's not actually mine. I've been allowed to actually use it in the Emirates project, and I was told I was allowed to actually use it in a tutorial as well, as long as I give credit. So the guy that actually came up with the design is actually called Sean Hutchinson, or Chris Skydiver. I will be leaving links to his channel if he has one in the description. Apparently he built this with a friend, so if I can find out his friend's name and if his friend's got a channel, I'll be linking that in there as well. I'm just gonna quickly finish this off so I've reached the tip of that. Really effective set of stairs these. You just got to have a build big enough to put them in, or if you find a way to like make these a bit smaller and still keep them as effective as they are, I'll be interested in seeing them. So I'll be leaving a link to a Facebook group in the description as well. It's for Minecraft buddies. There's quite a few of us in there doing some pretty big builds, and there's some real nice ones in there as well. If you feel like coming to check them out or sharing your builds with us, just follow that link and just send a request to join. We'll accept you in. And I'm going to stop there. Right, so that's your spiral staircase done, guys. Obviously it's not as tall as that one. This one's just basically so I can show you how to build it. You just keep going and going and going, and like I say, you can just run constantly up them. Nothing's going to restrict your movement as long as they're actually built correctly. Just like that. Right, so hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Do not forget to hit that like button, and definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe, because I'm going to make sure I've got a lot more tutorials coming to you. So I'm going to make sure they're coming when I say they're coming, and I'll apologise again. For some reason something were messing up my recording. It weren't recording my voices, but I had full intentions to getting these tutorials out to you as quickly as I possibly can. That's why I'm doing all three now. By the time they're up, it'll be Monday morning, so I am late. 3 days late, but better late than never. So until the next tutorial, guys, take it easy.